right, guys, so next on the list of components to install is going to be wiring up our AC shore power charging system. We've finished installing the 2 battery banks and we've wired those all to the Lynx distributor. So the roots and the backbone of our system are pretty much done. And now that they're installed and kind of plugged in, we need to make sure we can charge them. When the boat's actually complete, we're gonna have 3 ways to charge our batteries. We're gonna have regen from the propellers spinning while we are sailing. That should put in anywhere from about 500 watts to a kilowatt, depending on how fast we're sailing. So let's just say 24 kilowatt hours in a day max. And we're also gonna have about 3 kilowatts of solar. So that should charge us around, let's say, 12 kilowatt hours on a good sunny day. So on anchor, the solar is gonna be tons of power, even on like a cloudy day or even up north. It's gonna provide all the power we need. And when we're sailing, we can turn regen on, charge our batteries up, turn it off, keep sailing. So we're not planning to need shore power very often. However, it is just nice to like fully charge the batteries up, especially if we're like sitting somewhere for long periods of time in the winter, like in Norway or in France, when we leave the boat on a dock and we're just living aboard during like terrible weather. It's really nice to just be able to plug the boat in and then run all the systems on board, you know, as much hot water as we want, as much cooking, as much air conditioning, as much heating as we want, and just not really worry about power at all. So because of that, we are still putting in a shore power charging system. This time around, since our battery bank is like 4 or 5 times larger than it was before, we're bumping it up to a 32 amp system rather than what we had before, which was a 16 amp system. And generally we've found that marinas are able to provide pretty high amperage sockets because most of the places have, you know, bigger yachts, super yachts and stuff, and they all plug in and need tons of power. And then the good part is when we get to smaller docks, like in the remote corners of Norway, we're able to actually just dial down how much power our charger's asking for. And that way we don't blow any breakers on the dock. So this week, we're gonna be building out that AC charging system, starting with the plug. This is the plug that's gonna go on the boat side, and it is 32 amps, rated at 250 volts. So we're gonna start by putting that in, and then installing the main breaker where that power comes onto the boat, along with a galvanic isolator. This helps prevent galvanic corrosion on the AC system, especially if the dock side has kind of sketchy wiring, which oftentimes marinas do. And then working that down to our inverter battery charger, which we're going to be installing, and then out to the distribution panel. So that's the plan for this week. Hopefully by the end of it, we'll be able to plug our boat in and charge our batteries. But there's a lot of work to do, and we're still missing a few parts that are hopefully coming in the mail today or tomorrow. So I want to get started so when those arrive, we can finish this system.
Didn't just finish installing the board where the AC breaker box is going to be installed, and I just added a coat of paint on there before we install anything. And so while we wait for that paint to cure, I want to talk about the sponsor of this week's video, Surfshark. We travel all the time, which means that we're constantly jumping between different countries and different Wi-Fi networks. And with a VPN, a virtual private network, you can change your IP address to make it look like your device is in a completely different country, which means that you can virtually be anywhere in the world and never miss on your favorite content, your favorite TV shows, or your movies that may not be available in your current location. And because we're constantly on public Wi-Fi in marinas or cafe or even at airports, Surfshark encrypts our internet traffic and hides our IP address. It makes sure that our browsing data and browsing history is not exposed to all of those networks. So we can upload our footage, we can log into our accounts, we can do some online work without ever worrying about who else might be watching the same Wi-Fi network. It is one of those things that you never really think about it until it's too late and you realize that you actually needed it. And with Surfshark, it's fast, it's easy to use, it's simple, and it's always seamlessly working in the background, so you can always relax and enjoy your favorite content or your online work. So if you want to give it a try, just check out the link below. It's surfshark.com/sailinguma, or use the code sailinguma to enjoy 4 months of Surfshark VPN. So on that note, we're gonna wait for the paint to dry and then we're gonna get back to it. Oops. Sorry.
Don't break it. Cool. That's actually pretty sweet. And then it's gonna go up like this. Let's do this for now. Nice. Still have to build the breakers that are gonna go in here, but I'm still waiting on some pieces for those, so I can't do that yet. But yeah. That's going to be our AC shore power in. It's definitely a bigger box than we had before, but since we put the galvanic isolator in there this time, it's kind of nice and compact and all put together. But the breakers are just going to be like down on this side, and our shore power in is right there. So it's going to go in and then out and then into the boat. Did you even know that we had one of those last time?
Yeah, of course.
Did you ever need to turn it on or off?
Not that I can remember.
So this breaker just protects the boat, like the shore power inside. But since we can turn the inverter on and off remotely, we just make sure the inverter's off when we plug in and then turn it on with the button. So we'll almost never ever need to access this breaker unless we're troubleshooting something. So it's okay, that's a little bit out of the way. All right, inside of this big blue box is another blue box. This is our new inverter. It's a Multi-Plus 2, and it is 8 kilowatt capacity. It's a charger / inverter, which means we can run 8 kilowatts of AC loads, but it also means we can charge our battery bank at around 8 kilowatts if and when we ever plug into shore power. It's basically the same inverter we had before, only this one's 8 kilowatts. What we had before was 5 kilowatts. And that mainly is because we're having an all-electric galley. We are finally gonna have an oven on board, and it's gonna be electric, and we're also gonna have induction cooktop. So we definitely needed a larger inverter because our old one would pretty much max out with just the oven on, but we also have other AC loads. So this is just a giant coil of copper. Look at the size of that. This is solid copper. That thing's huge. The rest of this weighs nothing. It's just a box. But we're mounting it on the opposite side of the boat from where the oven is going to be, and they're a similar weight, so it should balance it out quite nicely. We're also going to be installing this in like the back of our hanging locker, which is pretty sweet because this has some fans in it and it does create a little bit of heat, but that'll help ventilate and dry out anything we put in the hanging locker, which is also pretty sweet. This thing's an absolute tank. It even has like its own lifting point on the back because it's so heavy. But yeah, we need to figure out exactly what width of a board we need, cut it, build another bracket, and then bolt it all in. The good part is it comes with sort of a hanging bracket, so you can put that on the board first so that you can lift that up, set it down, and then worry about mounting it later. So you don't have to like hold it up with one hand and put screws in the other way, because that would be impossible. This thing weighs a ton. All right. So this cover, it covers all the electrical connections that we need to make once it's installed. But those mounting screws there are captive, so you're not going to lose them. These are like the small little details that take a long time of evolution to get to. New products don't often have that level of like thought that goes into it. But yeah, that's very convenient. Those mounting screws are captive, because that means you don't lose them. So little win for Victron there. So next I need to figure out what size mounting board I need, and then start building out this, the supports inside the hang locker that are going to hold this giant heavy thing. This is right at 66. Hey, bracket. Just one.
The bracket. That's good.
And then there's going to be another one like back there for the tool. It's pretty comfy in here. This is our new toilet. It's a little bit smaller than before. It's got good bracing for those rough sails. I'm in the hanging locker. This is right by our companionway. It's across from the galley, and it's where we're going to be keeping our sort of, I guess, daily coats and jackets and boots and gloves and stuff. It's definitely smaller than what we had before, but we're not going to keep as much stuff in it. It's just like the one jacket or the one pair of pants or the one pair of boots we're using while we're out sailing. But it's very deep. I can go like way back here. And we did it that way on purpose because only the front half of this is going to be the hanging locker. Where I am sitting is going to be where the inverter goes. We decided to put on this side because it's opposite the galley, and the galley is going to have a big heavy stove and the refrigerators and a bunch of other heavy stuff. And so to try to help kind of balance that weight out, the inverter and all the electrical systems and the links and stuff are all on this side. Cables have quite a bit of weight. So from our calculations, that should sort of help keep the boat relatively balanced on its like static loads. So it's very tight quarters. It's going to be kind of a pain in the butt to work in. But I just finished building the panel.
The panel.
The panel? Yeah, just finished building this panel that the inverter is going to get bolted onto. And now we just need to install the brackets.
The brackets.
So, yeah, we built 2 more of these 90-degree brackets. They're super strong. They've been working really well. My welding's definitely getting better. Just look at this one, not those ones. So I need to like temporarily install these and then pre-drill and mark where the holes are going to be on that panel, so that I can install those same like captive, I don't know what it's called, those squishy threaded inserts, and then go down and drill them and install the threaded inserts, and then come back up and install that panel. But most of this video will probably just be my ass. It's just going to be this while I'm back here.
I'm just gonna stay this way. See? Plenty of space. I'm an inverter. I can almost stand up. Like my knees are a little bit bent, but right? Don't touch my boobs. This is cool. You can't even see. Like you can talk and I can pretend I'm you. Okay, how about you explain? Okay, wait. I got it. Okay. And action.
No, you're talking.
No, you have to talk.
No, you talk.
Why am I?
And I do the hand gestures.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
This is the plan. Dan, is going to pre-drill and pre-assemble the brackets that we just showed you onto the side of the locker.
Brackets? No, I was using my chin as like, did you not see that?
No.
I had like this, and I was going like this to put the pressure on the drill.
And then we're going to use the panel that you also just saw to kind of like temporarily fit it in, make sure that everything is nice and tight. And then we're going to like take it back out.
God damn it. Okay. Ooh.
Bring it down. put some holes into those brackets, right? And then we're gonna bring it back up. Oh, we're gonna put some threaded inserts into the brackets as well. That's your thread. That's the threaded insert. I think this is so cool. This is the first time that I ever see a threaded insert happen. A threaded insertion happen. So I want to try.
It's time to install this thing. Did the drilling and the threaded inserts. I think you did that one. No, I'm kidding. They all look the same. You did great.
And then we're gonna take the panel. We're gonna slap the panel, slap it onto the brackets, right? And then we're going to officially assemble it to the side of this hanging locker. And then we're going to be carefully screwing, tightening, and wrenching. So luckily, I have big, strong hands, you know? So that will be possible. And that is it.
All right. Now for the last and least fun part is getting this thing up inside the boat. It weighs, how much did you say? 43
42 kilos.
42 kilos. And how much does our stove weigh?
42 kilos. Yeah.
You just Googled it. Yeah, it's a chunk. But getting it up into the boat's not going to be the issue. Getting it into the hanging locker without breaking anything is going to be the issue. Mostly worried about breaking the hanging locker. Not so worried about breaking this.
All right.
All right.
Hopefully you heard any of that because everything else is like super loud in here.
This thing a nice big old bear hug.
Do you want me to help?
It's not really like a help, it's just heavy. Okay. And it's late. Which means I'm tired, which means I'm gonna fuck something up probably. Okay. Okay, got it.
You got it?
Yeah. It's a lot of copper.
Bad?
That's the easy part. Now I have to get it in there without damaging the hanging locker. I'm not worried about this thing. It's like solid metal. All right. Closet cam. All right. 3, 2, 1, lift. All right. Lower it down to the floor. Like rotate and lower.
My toes preferably.
Yeah. Yeah, I kept my shoes on. Okay. It's probably gonna want.
Now you need to rotate it, right? This is good.
Also, it's gonna fit when I have to do it like this way. I did check this already.
Oh, good.
In the model.
That would suck if you didn't fit.
There's just enough room down here for the cables to go.
Nice.
It's pretty good. Okay. Is that enough space for our coat, you think?
My coat, and then your coat.
Yeah. Measurements
High five.
successful. Don't you wish your screwdriver was as long as mine? Don't you? Yes. Fuck, I love it. Look at that. Literally, like 4 millimeters more, it wouldn't fit. It is solidly in. I don't think I've mounted anything else in the boat as solid as that. So now that this is in, we have space behind it, which is where we'll be mounting our 12-volt house battery. That'll have to come later. Next, we need to install breaker box that's going to feed all of our sub-AC systems that directly connects to this. So those will be what we end up doing next now that this is installed. All right.
toy. Oh man, it looks good.
Looks really good.
How's it?
This is not.
There's less space
This
for
is-
me in here than there used to be. Somebody put a big blue box in there.
We didn't get to finish everything we wanted to finish.
No, these projects take forever.
Oh God. Okay. Yeah. Okay. What were you saying?
as far as we got.
Okay. It's my turn.
Oh my god.
It's my turn. Let's go.
Okay. All right, so we got the inverter installed, and we've got it wired up to the Lynx distributor, which is behind me. And we are undecided where we're going to be installing our AC breaker box. We're like the sub-distribution for all of our AC loads for the galley oven and the 3D printer maybe, and the hot water tank and the HVAC and the rest of our cabin plugs. My hands are very distracting. But we unfortunately weren't able to finish wiring the system in yet. We are still waiting on all of our tinned AC cables to get delivered. It's taking a lot longer than we were expecting it to, but they should be here in a couple of weeks so we can finish wiring that up. In the meantime, now that the inverter is installed, we can go ahead and start wiring up the 12 volt battery system, because the 12 volt battery is now going to go behind the inverter, and the rest of the 12 volt distribution is going to go back there by the other distributor. So we'll have to finish the rest of this project up in the future, but in the meantime, we've got a bunch more electrical to do. So we'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers. These hands are very short. I feel like a T-Rex.
Oh, my hands are killing me. Oh my God. It's like that. It's like that movie with Jim Carrey, where his hand was like the liar, liar. Was it liar, liar?
You're so weird. Crocs! Out!
Oh. Oh no! 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 No!
Hello. This camera's very close. Hey you, watching on the YouTube. You're invading my personal space. Step back.